The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Nowhere to run.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Here we go.
Hadouken!
Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Stands firm and blocks the drive hit. What are they thinking here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Starts with a jump in. He can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Nice drive impact. Sends them connecting to Heaven's Wi-Fi. Good sense to let it rip. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Opts to create space to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. There's the impact! Not letting that go unpunished. What'll happen here? Took him to the corner in a flash. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Full S crowns him from above. Saw that coming. A parry? Genius read with that throw escape. Knocked him out of the air.
Here we go.
Looking for a chance. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Are we gonna see a comeback here? No! Critical art now! KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Buff while they're blinking! Gets a risky puck in. The move out there to give them instantly to some big damage. Drives it back, misses. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this cage despair. Rushes that off and keeps going. Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Low heavy. Player 2 can't use turns out. Player 2 is looking, sets up with the jump in. A jump? Amazing forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Oh, will this super art do anything? Bring in the heat. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Player 2 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. Jumps up. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Lots of aggression from both sides. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Will this decision pay off for them? Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. All right, what's coming up next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Was the KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. A brave forward jump there to start. Checks him with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Checks with a medium kick. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Breaks the block with a throw. them with a stop and drop. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. They're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. The drive impact doesn't work. They must have a game plan here where this can lead to some big in there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Throws out a projectile.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Blocks the jump in. Knockdown. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Checks him with a projectile. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Impact's a no-go. The super armor does its job. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Only 20 more seconds. What's it experiencing burnout? Player 2 can't afford the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. They quickly get backed into the corner of the stage. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? They need to rely on their instincts here. Goes for it and puts them down with the impact. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Buffs up. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Going in? That combo did decent damage. Keeping them away. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game sets up with the jump in. Lays them out with the overhead. Here's the final round.
Right.
The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Hits them with a stop and block. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the piston lead to some big damage. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Punish counter sets the table. Dragon turning it right up with a super. Shibuki Reikatsu. This is gonna take a chunk. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Big gauge drops that off. Here comes the corner pressure. What now? Connects with the throw. There's a burnout. The Shinrai closes it out. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Rose sets up with the jump in. Jumps. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Knockdown. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Parries the attack. Shoots off a fireball up close. From up above, takes a trip. Player 1 chases them down. Pokes with a medium kick.
Bad mistake.
Finishes with the throw. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Shin, Ryu, Rippa! Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Confirm on the impact. Not a counter, but they'll take perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Pressuring them in the corner. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Strings it all together. Sees it coming and blocks it out. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. The counter is blocked. Blocks the low heavy. Oh, whiffs the throw. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Will that drive impact get punished? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Projectile to try and change the situation. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Dashes forward. Smart play with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Goes for the jump in. Bumps up. Daihasho to start something. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. From upstairs. The drive impact misses. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is gonna hurt. Manages to block the jump in attack. Going in. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Starts things off with a jump in. Nice fireball. Medium kick. Drops them from the air. Player 2, more fuel to the fire. Put them up. Spins it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Bet that hurt.
Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Nothing stops this train. Once the drive impact misses. Keeps him out. Back into the corp anti-air in the clutch. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Player 1 instantly becomes big damage. Player 1 burns out. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic